Satan hijacks our lives when we become adults. We stop living by faith. Whereas life on earth is supposed to be lived by faith. So in my own life personally, I discovered that, wow, I must find out 20 years ahead. I must make a plan for my life for 20 years to come. This was when I was 30 years old. 30 years old. When I was 30 years old, I began to live 20 years forward. So I begin to make 20-year plan and begin to see who I will become and what I will become in 20 years. And what I do today, what I was doing right now, was only a production or producing of evidence, a proof and a confirmation of what I will become in 20 years' time. What I was doing at 30 was only a confirmation of what will happen, who I will be and where I will be in 20 years' time. And today, right now, what I am doing is only a confirmation of what I already planned my life out in the next 300 years. I will not be here in the next 300 years, but I've already planned out my life in the next 300 years. So everything I'm doing today, and that's why you cannot understand me, that I'm working so hard, that I'm so tenacious, that I'm so untiring, that I'm so focused, because I am working, I'm building something for the next 300 years to come. That is what it means to live by faith. You must be able to see into the future. You must be able to see into the spirit realm. You must be able to see in the eye of your mind. Wisdom sees. You must be able to use wisdom to see the future. You must be able to use wisdom to paint the future. And that future that you are not seeing, people are not seeing, but you are seeing it. And then you are walking towards it right now, producing evidence and producing substance to make sure that you actually bring to pass that invisible future that only you are seeing. It is only when you live like that you please God. And that is what Enoch did. But it was not just living in 300 years ahead. It was living in the distant future inside God. And he was walking with God. The enormosity of God, the endlessness, infinity of God. He was engaging him in his faith and walking with that awesomeness of God and the greatness of God. That's why I said, no, God, this guy has walked in the invisible so much that he disappeared. He has transformed himself. He had transported himself in the spirit, soul realm, in the invisibility, in eternity, in the infinity of God, that he became infinite himself. The speed of faith bred him to be the speed of light. And when you get to the speed of light, you become invisible. And that's why I became invisible. That is the science behind it.